Cappies? How we doing, Capricorns? This is a reading for October 2021 for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and rising signs, or if you have a lot of Capricorn prominently in your chart, a lot of things in the house of Capricorn, in the sign of, excuse me. Or maybe you have a lot of Capricorns surrounding you in your life. So whatever the reason may be that brought you here, I'm grateful and I appreciate your time and energy. And just lighting a little Palo Santo. And then I'm going to get shuffling and started. How you doing, Capricorns? As we've just dove into the fall, the autumn. Just clear the energy. I've been trying to get on all day. I thought something was wrong with the internet, but I guess Facebook got some fuckery going on. So Facebook seems to have major outages, it said. So this is only going to be on YouTube. It's just fine with me. Wherever it needs to go, it goes, right? So let's see, what should we pull first for Cappy? I'm feeling David Bowie star cards. So what's up, Cappy Caps? Let's see. It's Monday, presently here. Whenever you arrive here is the right time. Let's see, we got King of Pentacles. I got Tom MacDonald. Can't talk today. Mercury retrograde. Tom MacDonald. Yeah, if you haven't heard of him, he's I enjoy listening to his ass. And the tower is at the bottom of the deck, so underlying energy, which is really just like right, the whole zodiacal sign. Everybody's, but you got tower at the bottom, Capricorn. So what's going on on a personal level? And King of Pentacles. So, Cappies, a lot of people refer to Capricorn as the devil, right? Sorry, don't get offended. We all carry devilish energy within us, but Capricorn is known as like, right, the devil in the chart, which also kind of goes into like, because Aries, it starts with Aries, right? So Capricorn is kind of the juvenile young version after the elders already did everything, so then they forget who they are and get to have, right, a delirious human experience and forget who the fuck they are, including self. So, right, memory loss and memory remembrance of who I am, right, who we are, our inner child that we're reawakening, our divine nature that we're reawakening to. You know, you guys as Capricorns are so good at, right, detail, compartmentalizing, bringing things into material form, or things that are here, and organizing and putting them into order, right? So being asked to let go and allow your intuition to guide you. I'm aware that that's like, it's like asking somebody to, walk backwards without looking, while you have them step in doo-doo. But we don't want you to step in doo-doo, Cappies. I'm only just kind of giggling because Somebody had me do that when I was little, like, right, a elder friend, like an older brother. And that's what older brothers can do, right? Against sibling rivalry. They could get, pick on little sisters. Remember what they did to Darla in the clubhouse? Um, so sometimes, you know, elders like uncle, brothers, they can, right, not be so nice, right? But not so mean or just kind of torturing us because they think it's funny, right? So yeah, I grew up with lots of fun big brothers that weren't blood related, but yeah, always one of the guys or like like tomboy girl. um, so yeah, I got picked on as far as, being one of the boys. That's how boys play, right? And roughhousing. Or they think farting and anything that has to do with doo doo and farting is hysterical, and they still do. That's why it's like, great, not for nothing, but there's a reason they're obsessed with the lower abdominal area. um, oh, jeepers. Thanks, Spirit. I don't know where we're going with this, Capricorns. Anyhow. So I guess just allowing things to occur and be more fluid, no matter what, that's going to feel like a tower. Let me say that much. So if you're feeling tower moments right now, like you can't really hold on to, um, a thought or the ability to bring things into a direct, into a direction, right? To gather things and get them, build upon it. It's like if you try and then it's like when, something keeps kind of like somebody kind of coming in your lane a little, so to speak. That might just be a reminder to allow, so you remember to let go. And that can be the hardest thing to mother fucking do, right? Is let go of a belief, or say control, in the sense of, it's like, if teaching others how to drive and then allowing them to actually drive the car and get on the road or on the highway and be that passenger in the car with whoever you're teaching to drive, right? That can be a very scary experience, right? But meaning, right, we have to let go of control and allow and trust who we're, right, training, teaching, showing how to, right, do something, whatever that may be, and then allowing them to take the ropes and have a go at it, right? So um you know the more we keep relating to certain things that we can, right, apply and relate to things that we can relate to. And I don't know what I'm saying, this Mercury retrograde, if that made any sense. The more we can find things that we can relate to and apply them, right, in many different forms, the easier any of this ascension and balancing and integrating, um this has really upgraded the DNA system of all systems, right? All systems go. So it's not comfortable, you know, everything's in constant change. And it's like, look, this is like the King of Pentacles, like, right, working with the Big Daddy Mac. Mr. Time is money and money is time. Things in the cloud, but coming down from the cloud is the pentacle. He's sitting on that, like a Trojan horse. The Trojan horse, he got a ladder. It's like pretend heaven up there, right? It's the illusion, like Jack and the Beanstalk, and there's an anchor. A lot going on there. So be careful who you're making deals with, or who you think is on got your best interest at heart. Because actually, this is now kind of, hold on, it's giving me a whole nother tune here, Cappy. As a someone in your life that you may have close to you, or that you've been working with, or that, right, out of fear have an agreement or contract, soul contract with. And there's also, look, a mask. I think that's a mask at the bottom of that too. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in this card. right? So, you know, allowing fear to manage your path is always going to end in destruction, Cappies. Yeah. Just because it looks good, most of the time, the things that look the best are the ones we should stay away from, right? Or not put too much. Yeah, and King of Wands just wanted to come kind of flip out too. Mm. And this King of Wands is like, right, it's like there's like the voice behind him, behind the head. And it's like producing, I'm gonna use the word producing, lots of either say clones or fetuses, right? Babies. Uh, yeah, producing by using the electrical current, maybe like the CRISPR, right? That's something that's also in China, as they say that, right? Virus started in China. So there's a machine that's in China that doesn't, you know, again, there's people are all over the place. And of the vibration of a word, like the word Africa is a state of mind. It's a consciousness that was way before, right? America became America's red, white, and blue and spelled, right, how it's spelled presently. Right. America, they used to be called Amaru Khans, and it still is, right? It's just spelled different. Amerukahn, Amaru Khan, and Mahicas. That goes into my, so like, and look, we're in, all right, now I'm in tri-state area. So the words where we are, the places, the names, places, right, they get switched around and twisted and turned. So which England do they speak of, right? Britain, where do the Britons go? Where is, right, the Northeast, the East Coast is right, and the West Coast, well, everywhere. Right? Land gets divided when we divide ourselves. That's why we have control over the weather, right? So don't allow the one that, right, says he's holding the gold. Our word has to be of gold to be golden and to make it through this next Stargate. You can't be holding a pentacle and trying to buy the stairway to heaven, right? Buy your way in. There ain't no deals, trades, bargains, bartering, and anything, right? It's like it either is or it isn't, right? So that's why it's like, yeah, tower moment too, right? Because we're getting to the end of that line, so to speak, which isn't really a line, it's a curve, yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna actually let's pull a map card to clarify the tower. Clarify the tower for Capricorn. Sacred pool. Right. So allowing again yourself to, right, the word, right, or the acronym for sex is sacred energy exchange. So again, not allowing, right, say the Jezebel that's whispering in your ear back here, right? There's many voices you can listen to, right? Allow yourself 47 and 11, right? Allow yourself to detox and be cleansed, your etheric body and your astral fields and body, the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious fields and dream states, right? Those are our brain waves. So the different waves that our brains need to go into, right, the different depths of water, waves. So we want to make sure that we're cleaning our waters, our living waters, be he alive or be he dead. We want to clean our waters, especially the ones in our head, both, all our emotional body, right? Our mental faculties, right? A commitment to loving self and letting go of false evidence appearing real, which is the acronym for fear. So I just gave you two key acronyms there, right? SEX, Sacred Energy Exchange. What else do we have going on? Yeah, so going into the tower, because like too, it's like he's like walking it. Everybody's going into, right, Hades, the subconsciousness, the abyss, the unknown, right? Allowing everything else to fall away. So now after we walk through this scary door, right, in the month of Oktoberfest, where really there's no, it's like the lines are blurred, right? Float in the sacred pool, in the sacred waters, and in your mind's eye, right? Imagine yourself as a ball of light. So you're just floating, right? Just like look at that, really good. And allowing yourself, right, to be swallowed by the big mouth of the mountain. But knowing you're going through this sacred pool to be cleansed. So it's like where it's like the house of mirrors, where we really take a look at ourselves and go through our past lives and all of our stuff. And it can be, quite Six of Cups. Never let, yeah, manipulate again. Yeah. And you got someone, something, a person, place, or thing, right, intervening, causing, double making deals. Same behind me. Yeah. So then you could feel like you can only go this way or that way. You got the voice again behind you, right? Getting out of duality and jumping into the sacred pool to gain access to one's multi-dimensional self, right? And so you don't have to feel like you're standing on, right, this it's like the floor is lava, this little thing, right? And having to make a decision while somebody's moving, right? Moving pictures around. So then you don't know what direction's which anyhow, right? In the labyrinth. So making it through, sorry, what else? King of Pentacles. Let's clarify. Kind of look into the unknown. So yeah, you're at a right? That next step. Woo, right? It's gonna feel like the tower. You're gonna fall into the unknown. Yeah, and look, she's all masked up too, right? Blinded by the light, right? Balancing act. We got a 7, another 11. So we had 47 here. It's also, you can break down to an 11. So you're going to be all right. It's going to feel scary. It's going to feel more scary. This is what you got to learn to trust your intuition. They're telling me. Yeah. You're getting messed with by the ancestors. I don't mean to giggle. Yeah, this is like initiation time. Um, yeah. Initiation time, Capricorns. Let's see. Oh, Capricorn. Capricorn sun, moon, rising. What does Capricorn need to see? What we got? Traveling. So it might be physically, it might be again just having to travel through your past, your up until this present moment, what you see in the, don't go too far in the past or too far in the future. Just allow naturally yourself to travel through your mind's eye. And maybe there may be some actual traveling coming up too. Capricorn, Capricorn, Cappy, sun, moon, rising. Whoa. We are the world. So yeah, the law of one. We are the world. I can't believe that song hasn't been being played with all the like Corona and right, all that going on. Maybe they're waiting to bring it back out. That would be a good song for now, I think. Unless we already played it out in the 80s. Aloneness, total towel, like tattletale. We got like the hermit here, aloneness. Bring you to totality. So again, I was saying, it's just right, moment to moment, right? Letting go of control. See what I'm hanging out at the bottom there? And going through big changes. And you're not alone. You could feel like the outsider because again, you guys have had to. We know it's like right having to hold up, be so practical all the time, right? You guys rule practicality. Yeah, I'm more on the spirituality side, so we're balancing out the practicality and the spirituality, right? Bringing those things together, and that's a little. It's you know it's hard to it's easier to sometimes if you're a lifeguard and don't really want to get right, some people don't really want to get wet, they'd rather be watching everybody else, and that's not necessarily it's just right, more comfortable there, not necessarily ego, it's just right, or being the bouncer, right, always watching from the sidelines, so being the outsider, right, again, this has a lot to do, right, like Saturn, that's like Big Daddy Saturn, right? So Capricorn is very right, close with Big Daddy Saturn. So yeah, Capricorn. What else? Suppression. Yeah, and sometimes too, right? Like to be a parent or a teacher or right, an authority figure of any kind, we sometimes have to be the suppressor. So make sure you know the difference between having to be what you've had to be to hold things up, and then right, how hard it is, like we're talking about, to let go of that need to control, right, and trust your intuition, your inner, right, past the gut. This is more of a right, when we start to feel like, okay, like we're a little nervous when we start something new, but then it's like after that point where we don't even think about it anymore. It just becomes integrated with us, which that can take a while. So otherwise we could suppress things within ourselves because we feel uncomfortable, right? Because we're used to being right, that outsider wherever he went. Right? Sharing is coming up, right? So you guys are also awesome listeners. And then, right, Is that though, right? Are you sharing? And then when do you get to share back? Is it just to show everybody how to ABC and direct, right? It then you don't really feel like you got to share from the heart, and you might feel a little slighted or gypped, and that might be why that devilly thing comes out that they say, because it makes me giggle when everybody say like, right, all the different like terms and like, right, it's like the stereotypes all the zodiac signs have, and there's obviously, right, truth too. All things said, otherwise there wouldn't, in some nature or form, but it doesn't mean so literally, right? It's like, again, like the saying, to be a fly on the wall, right? Like really think about that saying, right? Sounds bouncing off the walls, right? I don't know, I'm sure you could think of a whole bunch of more, like think of sayings that people say, and then, right, get into the etymology, or think of the different ways that you can go into them a little more playfully, right? With a childlike imagination, right? Allowing things to be a little more fluid rather than having to have the answer. You already know the answer, right? You already have like what it really already means to you, but then allowing it to, right, develop into more branches or more flowers or more, however you want to look at it, right? More. More flowers, not just one, right, or two, this or that, right? So allowing fluidity, it's going to take that alone time, right, to give yourself in order to, right, travel through your mind's eye and your past lives or whatever other junk is in the closet, right? Because we just got into fall. So now it's like, right, fall cleanup. We're kind of going from summer into, right, hibernation mode. Right. So that's like into our moon. If you're Capricorn moon, I'm not, find out what your moon sign is, right? You can do that free, like, right, in whatever search engine you use, Google free natal chart, and then pop in your name and your birth date. And if you have the time, that's how you find your moon and your rising sign. The burden and abundance. So yeah, like I was saying, see, somebody, you got a little, right, a little, which everybody does, but it's like, how are we handling it? You got a little bit of interference with something, person, place, or thing, right? And you may not know what it is. It may be, right, more supernatural. So it's like, but you don't know what it is. But that might just be because, right, there's some, right, demons in the closet, so to speak, that are like, right, the burden here, bang, 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 right? Which is just kind of our little bratty kid within self that's like, hey, 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 that can act out if we're not coming from a balanced place, right? And then we're using other people, places, or things in order to feel like, or look like, or make it appear as if we're balanced. Yeah. But not really having that feeling coming from that balanced place, right? You don't have to know everything, just be in the wide open, right? Like wide open, ready to catch the ball when you are, right? And in your sacred pool, right? Where you're safe, even though it may feel like, right, the tower moment, right? You know that you're safe because you can turn yourself, right, in your mind's eye into that ball of light and just float through, right, what feels so scary and chaotic, right, especially in the month of October. And at the end, it speaks of joy. Right. And that doesn't mean like it's like, oh yeah, everything's always gonna be always great all the time. Yay, happy diddly dee, right? It's like, no, that just means we have more ability, right, to balance, come from a balanced place because we're using our divine spiritual tools, right, in a practical manner, along with, right, using our divine nature along with our human nature, right, to gain more access to a higher vibrational, right, humanity and everything, right, all. So I hope that's helpful. Let's see, let's pull a dragon card for Cappy. Sun, moon, rising, Capricorn, October. What messages we got for Capricorn? Earth dragon clears your path and the land around you. How cool is that? So you just have to trust yourself, right? This is more like an inner, it's a one-man job. Stay grounded and be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. Woo, woo. So you just have to trust you, right? You have to be the one wide open in order so, right, to be able to catch, right, what the food that's being thrown at you in a positive manner. Don't just fall for the pentacle, right? That the so-called king, right? The ones that are, right, pointing, preaching, acting as if they know what the F they're talking about, but on the media and etc. But if you didn't do your research and come from that inner balanced place, the sacred place, right, you might cause your own tower, right? So don't judge a book by its cover. That means the media, whatever we're being presented with, don't just drink it, right? That's drinking the poison, the Kool-Aid. That's taking the red or the blue pill, right? Reacting to, instead of looking deeper into and gaining more access, right? Because knowledge is great, but it's still underneath the table. It's still understanding, right? It's not having understanding and allowing it to grow into wisdom by knowing we don't need to know. We're going to, right, receive what we need to in our now moments, which that again is something that you learn to trust as you go. And it take you right to the edge, right? Magenta dragon enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. There you go. Awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. Woo woo. Choo choo. Right? I think I can. I think I can. Choo choo. Space Express. I'm sticking on my cards. These two are stuck together here. Crystal Yellow Dragon opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. So your nut's about to get cracked open, Capricorns, in one way or another. And it may feel like a tower. And don't forget, in our scariest moments is when we get to look back and be like, oh my goodness, right? So let's pull an animal for Capricorn for the month of October. What animal spirit would like to present itself for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising sign for the month of October? Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. And please hit like, subscribe. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And hit the bell. Oh, we got two. Nice. We got the squirrel spirit. Look at what I said. Believe in yourself. Number 57. 12. Also could break it down to a 3. So 5, 7, 1, 2, and 3. 12 and 3. And we have turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. 61. We can also simplify to a 7. Turkey was the original bird of Americans, of America, but then they switched it to look at the bottom of the deck. The eagle. Spirit has your back. So trust in you, because spirit trusts in you, and that's all you got to do. And you got some super power aminals. It's fall. All the squirrels are out, right? Collecting all their acorns and hiding them for the winter. So we're scurrying around too, trying to let go of what no longer serves us. Those are like your little acorns, right? All our little thoughts and feelings. Some of them we have stored away. Some things we already had stored away, us little nutty squirrels, right? So we have acorns stuffed all over the place from this lifetime, this human linear lifetime, right? Past lives, all that stuff's like, right, coming flooding in, rushing in. But you have control over that valve. So you can, right, be like a little nutty squirrel. And most squirrels forget where they hide half their nuts anyhow. But they're super busy, right? So what makes you healthy and where you need to be? You know, if you're happy in your now moments and of high vibration, and again, you don't always have to be of high vibration. Go through your shit when we got to go through our shitty shit, our tower moments. Yeah, you're never alone, right? It's like, it's okay to go through, acknowledge and validate those feelings that you're feeling too. Give yourself permission to feel those. That doesn't make you a shitty person because you're having shitty feelings or shitty thoughts, right? No, definitely not. Right? That's just allowing. That's actually, right, taking responsibility, right? Allowing yourself to go through that alone time in order to, right, see. By doing that, you are seeing what you need to, right, let go of. So we don't always, again, have to know, oh God, I have to do all this, da, da, da. It's like, once you just take the time to sit and say, all right, like, and breathe and try to let go, right? Just say, like, allow me to see what I need to see and let go of what I need to let go of, and start there, right? That's in the best possible, good for myself and my soul. You owe it to yourself, he's saying behind me at the same time. Right? You owe you that, right? Nobody else, right? Not nobody else can tell you, right? Like, you owe you that time and energy to go through all the stuff from your past, right? All hurt feelings, all the little acorns that have been shoved away and tucked away, right? Or hidden. Let's see. Let's pull a goddess card too. What goddess energy you got with you for the month of October, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising? And I'll pull a crystal card too, and definitely look up the metaphysical meaning or the etymology or maybe mythology to whichever goddess pops out here and her many forms, right? Don't just, right, go with the first that's familiar. Do some deeper research, go down some rabbit holes. Lots of goddesses, right? Deities, archetypes, right? They're to define, they are, right, a conscious entity. And then it also, right, all will have those, say, archetypical traits, etc. So there's a lot of different names or stories or twists or etc. that, right, can be, and we think that they're different beings and they're representing the same deity. Benzai, I think that's 10, representing beauty. I don't know if that's a T or a G, or a Benzai Gen. Beauty, number 6. So allowing beauty, right? Oh, and Lilith, independence. Capricorn. You know Lilith. 29, another 11. You got 3 11s in this reading, Caps. 11, 11, 11. So independence and beauty, right? And fluidity. So, right, what a balance to, right, be fierce, beautiful, and fluid. Right, allowing. I think everybody feels pretty much like this right now in some manner or form, or one way or another. Right? Like what's the next step, or where are we all going, or what's, right? What's this all for? What am I doing? What have I done? Where blah blah blah, right? So again, just allowing, just by saying you're gonna allow yourself to go through that, right? That's gonna like take mad weight off that scale that you keep carrying around, all that extra baggage, all that emotional garble, right? That shit gets heavy. Let it go, so you can be wide open and, right, at least have the ability to know how to get here, right? After being part of the one ring circus for so long, right? Wanna Willie. I just watched Goonies the other day too. Goonies never say die. So I think pull a soul journey card to close out. Oh, I said I would pull a crystal card too. Capricorn sun, moon, rising, and just keep swimming. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I appreciate you hanging out and spending your time and energy. And definitely check out some other videos. I go off on occasion, just again allowing spirit to race through me. So sometimes it's a super electrical current, and sometimes it's nice and smooth. And look, growth. So really, spirit is like just really, really saying, Capricorn, to let yourself, allow yourself, give permission to yourself, right? I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, right? By saying so, it is so. And again, you're doing the work. That is doing the spiritual work. That's like making a choice was the next card here too. So that is making the choice. You don't have to worry about what the decision is. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Okay, so the cards just keep confirming what I'm saying, Cappy. So sorry if it wasn't such a super exciting, like, right? But it will be, and you're gonna have exciting moments that you're about to go through. So you know, just allowing yourself to go through them and be more fluid is half the battle. And you'll see how much more, right, in control you are by letting go of control, which is fucked up, I know, but it's true. I promise. I promise. I promise. Don't be coming after me saying metaphysical mama says she promised me ABC. It says kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. You have to make sure that you wipe your butt properly and look both ways before you cross the street or drive at right, etc., etc. Right? So let's see, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, you got two. At the bottom, we got graphic, smoky quartz. I always do that. Every time I say this one out loud, it like tongue twists me. Graphic, smoky quartz. And a 13. So graphic, smoky quartz, look up the metaphysical properties and meaning to that, or spiritual meaning, because crystals and rocks and stones carry very particular special vibrations. So they come into our presence for a reason. And then we have Kambaba Jasper, number 42, which we can also simplify and break down to a 6, and Anandalite, 25. Always on that blah blah. Tom McDonald. I'm listening to. If you are picking up on it, probably not. I don't have it blasting too loud or anything. So again, thank you, Kathy Caps. So grateful, and I will see you next month. Have a good one, and please definitely, you know, check out some other videos. I'll be popping on and off throughout the month anyhow with my nutty squirrel girl crazy metaphysical mama ass. So I'll see you then. Peace out.